Oh, hamburger juice. It's your boy, Smoke Screeners Prime.
Loves you. Jesus loves you. Jesus loves you. Jesus loves you.
Now let's swap the hats, baby. Taking off the Jesus hat and putting on the BAM! Thundercats, baby.
Alright fam, so right now we're talking about Luna and Amuk. Basically the leader of the, well not basically, she is the leader of the Thundercats. There are a couple of back and forths with people trying to overthrow her, but she's a leader because she has the brains. Amuk has the strength. They're 2 and 1. So letting you look at what it says, give you time to pause and whatnot. And again, this is something that's pretty cool because I never had the Thundercats when I was growing up. I don't even think they made them. I had to double check, or should I say they didn't make them and had them mass produced and for LJNs. I really don't think they made them. I had to double check, fam. But this is something long time coming with fans. Something fans always wanted, having a Thundercats. So let's take a look at these guys, baby. Alright fam, so we hitting you with a little slave motion. And one thing I really like, fam, is that Amuk, at least the one I got, he's easy to maneuver. Didn't have to heat this guy up at all, but he is solid, and I was able to maneuver his tail in the way that I could get him standing up to where I could kind of showcase the strength that he exudes in the show. One thing that I really kind of wish, it's not that big a deal at all, and we'll get to it later, is Luna does not have posable, or should I say she doesn't have any bendy arms and legs at all. Now I know they probably did it because of the fact that you only see Luna sitting down on Amuk. A couple times she's on Amuk, she's faking the funk like help me, and then she tricks Lion-O and others and stuff like that, faking the funk. But I still would have liked for them to give her bendy arms, bendy legs. There are figures out there, fam, that have bendy arms, bendy legs that are small, or very close to Luna's size. Maybe not exactly her height. Actually, we take that back. You go to 3 3/4 inches, and 3 3/4 inches to 4 inches, they got bendy arms and legs, and you can do that. But that's neither here nor there, fam. Let's get on to the get done. Alright fam, so this is mostly how you would see them in the show. You would see Amuk on all fours, and you will see Luna riding him, and the details of the fig is great. This has become one of my favorite Thundercat figures now. Amuk himself, Luna kind of is like the cherry on top, but Amuk, just because of his size. Now I wouldn't have minded if, well, we'll say that till after we get an in-depth look, but you can see that Luna has 2 heads, Amuk has 3 different expressions. That one face when he goes crazy over the when he's happy, and there was an episode where he was happy Luna lost the belt from her grandmother, and he has that face that looks like he's kind of irritated. And then he has the face where he looks a little I'm not gonna say irritated, but he just looks, I don't know, he just has like a plain look. You could say it might be sad, but then you could kind of say he's just looking because the way his mouth is. But we're getting back around to the front, baby. Also, he also has the 2 punching hands. He has some other hands that could be used for gripping. They're a little bit more stretched out with the fingers. Then of course he has the other hands the other set of hands that's attached to him right now, that has more of a grasping kind of look with the hands. The other hands I was just talking about is probably more like you could use like for like choking, since it's a little bit more wide and slightly bent, but not as much as the ones he's got right now, fam. So coming back around, one more last look at Amuk. You can see the detail on him is very good. The pouches look realistic. The strap looks realistic. I can't say anything bad as far as the scope work with Super7. This is really where they shine, especially with their monsters, so to speak. They really shine with them. For whatever reason, with the human aspects, they're kind of off. Luna, since she has like that monster feel, looks good as well, fam. They're definitely nice looking. A closer look at Amuk and Luna, you can see where he has the power that's in him. You can see that he is no joke. You can see how big his arms are compared to a regular Super7 Thundercat figure, so to speak. You're wondering why my Thundering Guard looks like that. I just painted him up a little bit to make him a little older, fam. That's it, just to differentiate him a little bit. Anyway, back to Amuk and Luna. Definitely some nice graphs, fam. I really can't say enough. You've seen them side, but you see this guy from the side. You can see how wide he is. If we compare him to the length of this figure right here, you can see Amuk, how tall he is. Right, in length, I should say. Not exactly how tall he is, but you can see how he is in length. One thing I do like, fam, is that the tail is able to rotate. He's able to rotate to where, it fell off, that you can get him to stand a little higher in some aspects. Let me just put Luna down in there. Help me, Bones, help me. Yeah, so you can see how big Amuk is right here, fam. In regards to when you position the tail, you can also turn it around like this. And when you do that, fam, you give him the better option to stand up straight. Now, one of the things I do not like is how when you do that, no, he's looking straight up like what's going up in the sky. That's an issue right there. Giving you a better look is like that. Now the head is not hard to pop off because he has this deep chin. Only thing I could kind of say to kind of make it work is you could tilt, if you stand him up like that and you tilt the ball like that and kind of put the head that way, then he's kind of looking forward, fam, but then you got to worry about that. I mean, I wish, let's back this up. That looks a little better, but not much better. What they should have did is had it so it extends a little bit more, so the head could have been more like this. That way, if you wanted to do whatever, you could have them like this. You see? Now, I understand, fam, that they didn't do that because mostly when you see this guy, you see him like this. And since he's mostly like this, fam, I guess they felt there was no need to do that. But if they did, it would just enhance the playability. I think one thing these guys got to start remembering is that all collectors, adult collectors, we don't just put them on the shelf. Some of us do stop motion, some of us do photography, and some of us do like a plethora of other things with these figs besides just sit them on the shelf. And I think they need to wake up and realize that. I think they're missing the boat on that, and they're alienating a lot of collectors when they stay short-sighted like that. See what I'm saying? But again, I like that the tail can be moved around like that. The eyes have that way where they're looking up. This eye right here, the one on the right here, this one was looking up. This eye right here. What I had to do was I had to get a marker, fam. I had to get a fine tip marker. Those Sharpies that I had, these kind right here, it's fading, but these Sharpies ultra fine points. And matter of fact, here's one you can see better, the Sharpie ultra fine points. And what I did, fam, is I had to be careful when I did it, and the circle is not perfect, but I added to the circle. You can see how fine that, to see if we can see how fine that tip is. If it'll focus on me. Doesn't want to focus, fam. But anyway, I took that and I kind of enhanced the circle to make it look a lot better. To me, at least, he's looking straight, with both eyes and not one eye looking kind of cocked up in the air. Again, you can pop the head off easy, fam. Here's the smiling face. He looks like he might be a little constipated, fam. Like he might be. Gonna give him a little bit of candy fruit. This candy fruit that came with Snarf. So he got that candy fruit in his hand. He's like, yeah, buddy, I'm about to get down with some old candy fruit. Get that out of the way right there, fam. And let's swap with one of the other head. Pop that off. And then you have this head right here, where this one, I didn't have to do anything to the eyes. He's looking straight. The only issue I had, he just looked like he was sad. And I preferred to have the face where it has a little bit more expression on him. But at least on this one, he's looking straight. But again, if they had the neck to where it was sticking out further and not just like this, the figure would have been a whole lot better. See all this gap? The fig would have been a whole lot better. Even though I know they're like, well, most people are going to have them this way. You're not going to see the back. So that was their excuse for that, fam. Now, getting to Luna, she can stand up, but you have to lean her forward. And so it kind of defeats the purpose because her hair makes her so top heavy. But she can stand up. But you're not going to be doing that, fam, because of the fact she's always riding Amuk. Now, as far as the whip stick, whatever the thing is called, I don't know. Usually you see the guys riding the horses. I can't think of their names right now for some reason, fam. Jockeys. That's what I'm thinking about. Jockeys. You can see the jockeys would carry these little straps right there to pop the horses to hurry up and stuff like that. And that's what she has. Now, it goes in her hand, but it would fall out all the time. So what I ended up doing was just gluing it to her hand. You may not want to do that, fam, but for me, it was an easy decision. I tried a couple of times to give it the benefit of the doubt, but it kept falling out. So I was like, bump it. I don't want to lose it. So I just glued it. This face, you know, it has, you could say, a screaming face, an irritated face. Colors are nice. It looks just like the figure again. It's real basic. The head can pop off easy. It has a giant ball for a head. Pop the other head on. Gotta pull it up a little bit if you want to see somewhat of a neck. And that's that. You have the serious face, smirking face. Maybe you could say that's the face of her contemplating. Maybe the face of her contemplating, trying to come up with some kind of scheme against whoever. Another thing I don't like, that for her to sit kind of in the seat better, and she's still not sitting here like exactly. You gotta position his head back some instead of it being up like this, because she can't reach unless you're gonna do this, and then it looks weird because she's not in the seat. You have to pull his head back. So that's something I think if they thought a little bit better about, maybe they could tweaked it somehow, but that's for this, neither here nor there. This is where we are, fam. And yeah, this is how they look. So let's take a look at how we have Luna and we have Amuk, the leader of the leaders, quote unquote, the brain and the muscle together, the leaders of the Lunatics. And here's some pics of the other Lunatics, fam. We got Chilla and we got Aloro. Have to say, fam, never thought I'd actually have the Lunatics. I gotta admit, they do look good together, fam. Definitely looking good, fam. So tell me what you think, fam. Do you care about the Lunatics? Do you not care about the Lunatics? Do you think Chilla, Aloro, Luna, and Amuk are worth buying? Would you have gotten them all as a set if they got all the Lunatics at one? Would you have bought them all as a set? Or do you only care about a couple of them and you don't care about the whole group? Do you think Thundercats are whack and you prefer another line and you don't even mess with Thundercats? And once again, we're gonna hit you with the slow motion. And fam, I have to say, they will look even better if they had the double joints. I'm gonna keep on talking about it, fam, and I mean, all the figures will look great, but again, to me, you do the double joints for the Thundercats themselves, it'd be cool, you leave everybody else the same, but if the whole line was double jointed, it would have been awesome. A slam dunk in my eyes, but it is what it is, fam. But I'm gonna keep on talking about it, fam, because there are others who want the same thing. Also, fam, it's gonna really look great when we get Red Eye and Tug Mug to finish out the line for the Thundercats. I mean, for the Lunatics, for the Thundercat line. And since you see old Hammerhead in the back, fam, it's gonna be good to get Cruncher and then add the others as well, fam. So finishing up a couple of lines, hopefully before, I mean, not too long from now, fam. But again, the Lunatics as a whole, they all look great. You can see the you can see Ghost Jogger and Groon. You can see Light Up Eyes Mumra. You can see the OG Marmot, the only Marmot for right now up there. You can see some guards taken down. And of course you see Light Up Eyes Lionel up there on the lair shooting on some lightning at Mumra, fam. But again, let your boy know, fam. Let your boy know. Put your comments down at the bottom. Again, and like a fat kid in dodgeball, I'm out, baby. And don't forget to like and subscribe.